Hi, how are you guys doing? My name is Sarah. It's great to meet you all again. I'm glad to be here at American Diabetes Association here in Alexandria, Virginia. And I am so happy that I had the opportunity to work with you all this semester on my capstone project. When I saw this position come along, I wanted to come and kind of talk a little bit more about myself and why I'm so interested in digital marketing and social media. So today, I'm really going to focus on three things. Who am I as a person, and also in the work field that I'm in social media, who you guys are, and kind of what that means to me, and how I can help you, specifically with youth and type 2. So who am I? I have multiple lenses, but the main lens that I view myself is as an African American female, which is one of your high-risk demographics. I'm a daughter, a friend, sorority sister, a cousin, and a leader. I also consider myself to be an interactive social communicator, which means for me, I don't just believe in one-way communication online. I believe in really engaging people in a conversation about what's going on, leveraging content, new and existing, online in order to get people talking about the information available on your website and your social media networks in new and non-traditional ways. My experience is vast, and currently I am the web publications and social media specialist in the independent sector. And a lot of our work spans around advocacy. Some people may call me an online lobbyist. A lot of our work really focuses on speaking on behalf of the nonprofit sector, giving them a voice so that they can continue to worry about their individual causes while we focus on the sector as a whole. I also have experience in the for-profit sector, working with multiple clients and also engaging bloggers online in order to get media hits and attention in order to build awareness on certain activities. Now, when I'm at work, I consider myself to be the craftsman. I'm strategic, fine-tuned, and judicious, which means I love to create strategies. I don't believe that it makes sense to just go out and do anything. Anyone can tweet or post something on Facebook, but I believe in coming up with a way to disseminate different platforms and different information through those platforms to reach multiple kinds of people. I believe that I have innovative vision. And by being the craftsman, I use two particular triggers. One is alarm, which means I have the ability to see things when they're coming before they come. I'm proactive. I like to be able to know what's going to happen before it happens. And sometimes you can't always do that, but I do the best that I can online to be able to kind of think about what our key audiences are going to want before they get online. The second trigger I have is rebellion. That means I'm very creative. I like to think outside of the box. I don't like to do what other people have done in 1999 or 2006. I want to think about what can be done in 2004 and beyond. I consider myself to be a game changer. In this instance, I want to help the American Diabetes Association reach youth, specifically those affected by type 2 diabetes, in a way that we have not done thus far. You all have a very difficult time reaching them because many of these youth don't believe that they have any issues to worry about. A lot of them see type 2 as a disease that only affects older individuals. Well, I can tell you that's not true. I stand before you as a young adult with type 2 diabetes. Last December, I was diagnosed after feeling very ill, and I decided I was going to do something about it. I wasn't going to be the victim, and I wasn't going to just sit down and let it happen to me. I decided to take control of my blood glucose, to start exercising, to start changing my eating habits. And I even reached out on social media, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So who is the American Diabetes Association? You all were created in 1940 by physicians, and you're also one of the only associations that has a membership base of physicians and individuals. You seek to find ways to alleviate the problems that many diabetics have, which is managing their diabetes, eventually, hopefully, finding a cure for diabetes, and preventing it from even happening. You do this through many ways: education materials, and 3 big events that happen every year. One is the Step Out and Walk for Diabetes that happens on the local level, which brings out hundreds of thousands of people every year to raise money for the cure for diabetes. The second one is the Diabetes Alert Day that happens every March, which builds awareness specifically on type 2 diabetes. The third event happens every November, and that's American Diabetes Month. This is our opportunity to really be able to tell the public, here is what happens when you get diagnosed. Here's how you can prevent diabetes. And moreover, here's what we want to do to eventually cure this epidemic. You all also do this through several platforms. You all have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you have a blog, and Pinterest. Each of these platforms is used differently to reach people where they are. For example, on their blog, you all were able to reach out to several different youth at one point and get them to talk about their story with type 2 diabetes. This was a great way to engage people in conversation and to get them talking about their own personal stories. The American Diabetes Association is at the cusp. You all are leading in the fight against type 2 diabetes right now. 1 out of every 2 diagnoses is going to be type 2. That's 50%. That's way too high. And more young people are being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes every single day. But the American Diabetes Association has an opportunity to change that. With Be Healthy Today, Be Healthy for Life, these educational materials that you all launched in June 2013, that I was able to help you with in my capstone, this is an opportunity to really get to teens with type 2 diabetes and help them manage and eventually, hopefully, prevent getting type 2 diabetes. But here's the problem. You are having a difficult time reaching young people. So how can we go about changing that? Well, here's what I did. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I can help you. Now, I mentioned before how I reached out to Anna via social media about my situation. I did that because, for me, being social is not just a job. It's a lifestyle. It's what I do every day, connecting with people online and eventually translating that and taking it offline, getting people to talk about themselves, their situations, to be able to share their stories with not only just me, but the world. But to help a user, you have to be a user. And I pride myself in using all the social media platforms that I can. These 3 just being a few: my LinkedIn, my Twitter, and my Facebook. But I can also be found on Pinterest, Google+, Vine, Instagram, and I'm also testing Instagram video as well. Now here comes the point where I was talking about I reached out to Anna. I believe in leveraging the power of social media, not just as an organization, but also as an individual. When I found out about my situation, I saw that Anna posted a tweet about, getting new blog content. So I reached out to her and said, well, I'd like to blog about, my story. I felt like I had read a lot of things on the blogs and they were really, sort of sad. And I wanted to give kind of like a success story, hopefully to spur more people to talk about their situation. Through our conversations, we were then able to come up with a blog that launched during Diabetes Alert Day, which is all around type 2. When this tweet went out, I not only retweeted it to my networks, but my friends retweeted it to theirs as well. And guess what? We saw results. Other people managed to tweet them as well. And not only just that, the blog is the highest commented blog on the website. After I was able to come out and tell my story, which was the first type 2 diabetic story of anyone under the age of 30, 5 other people decided to come out and tell their story as well. This was unprecedented in the American Diabetes Association. So with that said, I would like to help do what I've already done, but on a larger scale for you all, and reach even more youth with type 2 diabetes by leveraging your existing content and new content from Be Healthy Today, Be Healthy for Life, so that we can help teens manage and or reduce their risk.